M&J presents the M&J Variety Show.
Hello, I'm Jay Reel, the J in M&J Audio Theater. I'm sitting beside Mark Sawyer, the M in M&J. And what you're about to hear is something that we did a long time ago with the intention of putting on radio, but never really followed through with. Well, what year did we do this?
1987.
We did this in 1987. It's a mixture of short skits based on popular television shows, popular game shows, the structure of them, and with our own warped sense of humor, and also we will include something new, something recent, but we won't tell you what it is. We'll just put it all in the mix, and
It'll be a little surprise for the end.
Yeah, that's it. That's a good way of putting it, I suppose. And so I guess there's really nothing further to say other than just enjoy the show. And it's been a long time coming getting this on radio, but finally we realized our dream.
Well, howdy, everyone. This here's Big John McFarlane
And Cecil Ferris.
and welcome to Farm and Film Celebrity Blow Up. Boy, we're going to have fun today, ain't we, Cecil?
Yeah.
Because today we got a guest whose name is Neil Peart, and he's from the rock group Run. Well, let's get our show started. Here comes Neil right now. Have a seat, Neil. How you doing, Neil?
I'm doing pretty fine.
Fine. We're doing fine, too,
Yeah.
ain't we, Cecil?
Yeah.
We're doing fine. We're doing real fine.
Yeah, me too.
Hey, Cecil. Look at there at that boy's hair.
Yeah.
Ain't that long?
Ponytail.
Long, look at the ponytail, just
Like
like,
a girl.
just
like a real girl. Oh,
Oh my goodness, look at that
Got
face.
a man.
Say,
Ooh,
tell
it's
us, Neil.
steaming, man.
Tell us, Neil, are you a girl? Ooh, he's not saying nothing, but he sure is making a face. Hey, Neil, why don't you go up there? We got your drum set up there. Sit down and favor us with a number. He's a member of a rock group there.
Yeah. One of them
Cecil.
long-haired hippie rock groups.
Yeah, of course, I'd sooner drink a cow patty malted than to listen to that kind of music, but, well, our show pleases everybody, so go on up there, Neil, and favor us with a number, would you? Woo! Look at him go, Cecil.
Yeah.
Look at them ponytails dance.
They're dancing, aren't they?
Looks like they're about to come loose, too. Look, his hair's coming loose. Woo! Look at him sweat, Cecil. Starting to sweat good. Starting to sweat real good. Well, look at his face, Cecil. It's red. Getting real red. Woo! Cecil, look at him go.
Look at him. What's the symbol now?
My goodness. Look at him go. I think it's gonna happen. I think he's gonna. He's blown up. Good. He blown up real good. I don't know nothing about that Rush music, but I do know there's a rock band minus a drummer.
Well, that's about all the time we got now for Farm and Film Celebrity Blow Up.
Yeah.
Be sure to join us next week where we'll have us another special guest
Yeah.
that'll favor us with his special talent
Yeah.
and then blow up real good. Well, for now, this here's Big John McFarlane and Cecil Ferris saying may the good Lord take a liking to you and blow you up real good. Yee-hoo! Boy, I like you, Cecil. I sure enough like you.
He sure can. I like her.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to play Win or Die! Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to our show. On today's show, we have one very lively guest. But before we get to the guest, we'd like to explain the rules to you here at Win or Die, which are very simple. You either win or die. Let's meet our first contestant, Mr. Barnold Watts. Come on out here, Barnum.
Thank you. It's real nice to be out here.
Say, Barnum, could you tell us a little bit about yourself?
I'm a little nervous. Yeah, my name is Barnum Watts. I'm from Mahia, Texas, and I own me a ranch just out there near Point Enterprise, which is near Mahia. And we've had some financial difficulties just lately. If I don't come up with $5,000 by tomorrow, we're going to have to go on welfare.
Well, you're in luck today, Barnum, because today you're playing for $5,000.
Well, that's convenient then, right?
Tell me, have you seen our show before?
I sure have. As a matter of fact, I was just going to mention that. We got us a White's Auto Store downtown, about 5 or 6 blocks from where I live. And every now and then we go up there and watch the television, and they have it on Channel 6. It's just outside of Tulsa, And they only keep it on that channel. And your show is on there, and we watch your show.
Well, that's very flattering.
We don't like it, but we watch it. They don't let us turn the TV.
Okay.
But there's one more question I wanted to ask you before you begin your show. You said something earlier about dying. Could you explain that to me?
Well, let me tell you how the next game is going to be played.
Okay.
Today's game is going to be called the Game of Glass.
Game of Glass. Listen to that music. What's all that creepy music mean?
Okay,
Oh,
Mr. Barnum.
there's a pretty girl opening up the curtain.
Right behind that curtain, if you look on the floor, you will see a stretch of broken glass running about 10 feet in length.
Yeah,
Do you see that? Okay.
I sure see it, yeah.
Now, what you're to do is
My
to
eyes
walk
are
from
working.
one end to the other, to the pretty girl, and without screaming.
So
Barefoot.
No, wait, what you're saying is I got to take off my shoes and socks,
Yeah,
walk from this end of the glass to the pretty girl, and not scream.
right.
Well, shoot. I can do that closing my eyes, with one hand tied behind my back. Shoot, and I'd follow that girl into the gates of hell. Let's get this game started. This is going to be simple.
right.
Easy as 5,000 I ever made. Okay, here I go. Yeah, this ain't nothing at all. Walking. Wait a minute. Hold it. Hey, wait a minute. Hey, this here's real glass. This here's real glass. You didn't tell me it was real glass. I thought it was fake. Hey, the game show, you damn fool. Ah, my feet. My feet are cut. I bleed. This is a game show. I didn't know you ain't supposed to hurt people. I'm gonna fall in the
Well, nobody here at Winter Die goes home empty-handed. Isn't that right, Bill?
That's right, Jim. Mr. Watts will be going home with a one-day supply of medicated Band-Aids. Just our way of saying thanks for being on Win or Die. Also, Mr. Watts' surviving family will be receiving the home version of Win or Die. Fun for the whole family, complete with 5 pounds of broken glass. Well, that's about all for me, Jim. I hear we've got a little special guest on our show today. Tell us about it.
Yes, that's right, Bill. Today we have, as an extra special guest, charismatic game show host, Chuck Willery. Wheel him on out, boys. Come on. Well, how's it going, Chuck? Chuck could say a few words, but we've got him bound and gagged, hanging from a rope on a dolly. You see, good old Chucky boy here has agreed to play a game here at Win or Die, but unfortunately, due to our shortage of time, we're going to shorten the game up a bit. As a matter of fact, we're going to skip the game and go right to the payoff. Come on, Chucky, are you ready to play?
Me.
Oh, that's very good, Chucky, old boy. And now, Chuck will be participating in the boiling pot of lead game. Yes, that's right. We are towering him 5 feet above the boiling pot of lead, and when I give the signal, he's going down. All right, guys, bring him on down. ladies and gentlemen, I've just gotten news that the game show Scrabble and Love Connection have been canceled. Well, that just about does it here for Win or Die. Join us next week for another thrilling, lively edition of Win or Die!
Jim, you old joker, you. Well, that gets rid of some of our competition, doesn't it, Jim? That old Hollywood squares. We don't have to worry about those wimps. Well, this is Bill Motley saying that Win or Die has been brought to you by Tex Grundy Productions in association with Thompson's Explosives. If you want something blown up and blown up real good, call Thompson's Explosives. This is Bill Motley saying for Win or Die, so long, folks.
This is the city, man. Los Angeles, California, man. A community of crime, rape, and drug dealers, man. I'm here to enforce the laws, man. Even though many may say I shouldn't, man. I carry a badge, man.
Ladies and gentlemen, the story you're about to see is true. The names have been changed to protect the innocent.
Get out of the way, you idiot, man! Hey, I'm a police officer, man. Can't you hear the siren, man? Bunch of freaking idiots, man. I'm gonna get fired, man, if I don't get no work, man. Get out of the damn way, It's sometime around 10 o'clock a.m., man, and I reported very late to work as usual, man. It took me about 3 hours to find the place, man. Maybe they move it every day or something, man. Anyway, man, when I arrived at headquarters, man, I accidentally ran my 1970 Ford Camaro into the sheriff's office, man. I swear, man, I just didn't see the wall, man. Maybe it was the lewds, man. After an hour of intense verbal abuse from my superior officer, man, I dropped some more lewds in my coffee and went over a list of potential stakeouts for the day. My superior officer told me not to bother, man. Such a joker. Anyway, I don't have a partner like everyone else on the squad, man. No one would work with me, man. So I'm kind of the lone ranger of the department, man. I cry sometimes, man. Anyway, man, I found a good lead for a bust, man. It was suspected that drug extortion ring was at Rex's Pharmacy in East L.A., man. It had been reported that several juvenile delinquents were threatening the clerks' lives to extort various colorful drugs, man. I decided to investigate, man, even though my superior officer told me not to, man. He said I was fired, man, and asked me to return my badge. He's such a joker, man. You know, it's nice to have a superior officer with a sense of humor, man. 3 hours later at 2 p.m., I had located Rex's Pharmacy, man. I waited outside, jamming to Zeppelin in my unmarked, severely damaged Ford Camaro for suspicious characters to make his move, man. Then I remembered, man, I've got to talk to the clerk to get a description of these hoodlums, man. And as I was walking in the door, a seedy youth walked in at my side, man. When I approached the clerk, man, she pulled out a gun, man, and shot me, man, in the face, man. Pretty bad, man. Apparently, she suspected I myself was a drug extortionist, man, and shot me, man. It's a good thing I carry around a tank of nitrous oxide, man.
Oh, wow.
I have it for emergencies, man. And sometimes, man,
Hey,
I
you
use it
should
even if
thank
I'm
the
not in pain, man. 6 months later, man, I was out of the hospital and ready to find these demented Jews who were a menace to our great city, man. My superior officer felt kind of sorry that I was in the hospital, man. So to cheer me up, he played a practical joke on me, man. When I got back to the office, man, my desk had been cleaned out, man, and my nameplate had been removed. It kind of cheered me up, man. It's nice to know your superior officer feels for you, man. Anyway, man, it was my conviction that justice be served, man. So after staking out for 10 days, man, I spotted and identified 2 youngsters extorting drugs from Rex's pharmacy, man. I followed them to a hotel room on the Sunset Strip. I had my gun in hand and was ready to make the bust, man. The only problem was, man, that they were ready too, man. As soon as I opened the door, man, and yelled, "Police, freeze!" they opened fire before I could, man, and shot me in the face, man.
Oh, man, my face, man, my friggin' face, man. Hey, where's
Friggin'
my
hoodlums, man.
Where's my nose? Oh, I forgot my doctor's oxide too, man. I'm gonna walk here some pain, man. You guys are nothing but hoodlums. Yeah, that's all you are, man. You won't do society any good, man. Yeah, you'll just be hoodlums the rest of your life, man. My face, man. Oh, here comes the pain, man. Somebody call an ambulance, man.
Well, howdy, everyone. I'm Big John McFarley.
And I'm Mr. Ferris.
And are you ready for something
Really
fun?
fast.
You want to have some fun? Okay,
Yeah,
okay. We
it's
got
a
to
movie,
go fast.
it's a
This is
movie.
a short commercial.
Yeah.
If you want to watch a movie, we got a movie for you. Don't we say so?
Yeah.
It's called The Farm and Film Celebrity Blow Up Movie. And boy, it's exciting. I'll tell you something. You see all the stars are in it.
Yeah.
We got Chuck Norris,
We got the message alone.
Charles Bronson,
Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Burt Reynolds, Sean Connery, and Mr. T, and James Bond. And just to show you how fun it is, watch this blow up. Boy, it's a lot of fun. So come see it next March to see our movie, The Farm and Film Celebrity Blow Up Movie. Hell, it's low.
When the nighttime falls, you can hear us coming. Sound of motorcycles, sense them running with a spawn of Satan out for blood. And if you think we're bad, well, we think that's good. We're gonna wreck this town if we can stay away with a narcoleptic neo-Nazi. Got tattoos of Hitler on our chest. We're hyped up on no-dos and need the rest. But we can't slow down cause we're on a quest. Gotta fight and steal and be a general pest. We start to spread terror, then we fall asleep with a narcoleptic neo-Nazi. We're not looking for your sympathy. You think we're evil and so do we. But it's so frustrating to fall unconscious when we're trying to be threatening and obnoxious. We lose the gang rumbles because we pass out with a narcoleptic neo-Nazi. Narcoleptic neo-Nazi with a narcoleptic neo-Nazi with a narcoleptic neo-Nazi with a narcoleptic has come, and you better beware. We carry guns and knives, we have an evil stare. But the Sandman's out to spoil our fun, and if we wake up, you better run. We want to start a riot, but we're just too tired with the narcoleptic.
Me and my brothers are real mad this year, aren't we, guys? Yeah! And we're gonna do something about it. Yeah! We're going to kill Santa Claus and bury him in the snow. We're going to poison Santa's food and bury him in the snow. We're going to take a gun and then shoot up Rudolph's nose. Then we're going to kill Santa Claus and bury him in the snow. Yeah, we're gonna kill that guy because he bosses us around. Yeah! And we're going to kill Santa because he destroys our time. Yeah, we're gonna kill that fat baboon man because he doesn't share any of his magic dust with us, man. Don't forget about the homosexual stares he gives us, guys. Hey, man, let's kill that fat idiot, man. He didn't get stoned on all his magic dust, man. Hey, wait a minute, man. I think I hear him waking up, man. Hey, Timmy, John. Yeah, you get the food, man. I'll get the arsenic, man. And I'll get the magic dust. We're going to kill Santa Claus and bury him in the snow. We're going to poison Santa's food and bury him in the snow. We're going to take a gun and then shoot off Rudolph's nose. And we're going to kill Santa Claus and bury him in the snow. Let's hurry up and do away with the fat soda gun, man. We didn't get stoned on magic dust, man. I'll snort a half kilo up my nose before I even stop for a breath, man. Hey, my nose is gonna be bleeding, man. Get out there, man. Because the height of that magic dust is gonna take away the pain, man. God, man, it'll be like a dream, man. I'm gonna snort myself into oblivion, man.
Howdy there, I'm Elmer Corn, and welcome to Film Focus with your host, Elmer Corn and Cecil Ferris. My regular co-host Cecil is not here today on account of he's got the summer flu, and he ain't gonna be able to show up for another couple of weeks, I'm afraid.
That's a drag.
So, the producers of the show thought it might be an interesting idea if they got us a co-host for this time being with a different perspective on things.
Yeah.
So what they did, they got us a fella from Seattle, Washington, I believe.
Yeah,
And he's sitting
right.
here right here beside me. His name is, I'm sorry, sir. Could you tell me what your name is one more time?
My name is Rushhead, man.
Mr. Rushhead.
Yeah.
And, you sure you're in there? All I can see is hair.
Right. Yeah, no, I'm cool, man.
Oh.
I'm cool.
Well, okay. I'll take your word for that, sir. Anyway, they sent us to the mall down the street to see that movie, The Fugitive, with Harrison Ford.
Right.
And I mean to tell you, it was some sort of film. It's one of the best films I've seen in some years, I'll tell you. I have only one complaint, though. Movies just ain't the same kind of experience as it used to be. What with the prices of the popcorn and the small little screens and
Say movies,
Huh?
man. They're
What's that?
a mind trip, man. I mean, they're a whole capsulized world, man, in like 2 hours, man. You live the film, man. I mean, it's a trip, man.
Yes, sir. I guess in a way it is sort of a trip, isn't it? It's kind of a trip into another world. Just for those couple of hours, you kind of get involved in it, kind of get into kind of get into the story. But what about paying that $6 for a jumbo box of popcorn now? Now, surely you can't hold with that sort of nonsense.
You don't eat that crap, man.
Well,
that
I like popcorn.
Man.
Yeah, well,
I mean, you gotta be careful what you put in your body, man.
Well, now, pardon me, fella, while I laugh at that, but I mean, what you're smoking there smells just like burnt tires or something. You don't seem to be too careful about what you're putting in your body.
See, man, I don't smoke nothing that don't come from the earth.
Well, all right, I'll give you that.
This stuff is herbs, man.
Herbs,
it comes from Mother Nature.
Okay, well, all right now, all right. Don't get upset. No, that's all right. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to upset you. It appears we kind of veered off from the subject at hand anyway, which is the film, The Fugitive with Harrison Ford.
Yeah.
Now, the best part of this movie was this right there at the beginning. Harrison Ford is on his way to death row. See, he's sentenced for a crime he did not commit.
Right.
Well, you know the story. Remember the TV show anyway.
Yeah.
So he's in a bus, and they're heading towards death row. Well, there's an accident, and the bus rolls onto a train track.
Oh, trains, man.
Huh?
Now you've got me started, man.
Uh-oh.
I mean, trains are like steel serpents traveling along the Earth's capillaries, man, seeking knowledge, man.
Well, it's interesting you should bring up serpents, because it reminds me of a snake, and a couple of weeks back, me and Cecil were out bass fishing, and we saw a 16-foot water moccasin.
What?
I swear to goodness, we could have walked on water getting back on land. That was a huge thing.
Man, hey, dude, what are you grooving on, man?
Well, I'm talking about this big old snake.
Here, I'm trying to share a piece of my soul, man. I mean, I'm giving you a piece of my flesh, man. I don't tell everybody about my innermost thoughts, man.
Well, I'm just trying to...
I tell you about serpents, man. A steel serpent seeking knowledge, man. Can't you see the symbolism, man?
Well, it looks like
all
a snake.
You come back with, man, is some crap about bass fishing, man.
Yeah, well...
I mean, go back to Camp Hick, man, and tip some cows or something, man.
Oh, well, now, feller, I'm just about a mind to take offense at that. Listen here. Listen, George, why'd you get me this thing here? I mean, this is what comes out of Seattle, Washington. Them grunge people, you get a rush head is what you get. Something like this here. Dadgummit, I want to just quit.
No. Say chill, dude. Say... My eyes are dilated, man.
Well, why
don't you finish my doobie for me, man?
Well, yeah, I could use a cigarette right now. You got me all nervous.
There you go, man.
Dadgummit, I just...
Wow.
Oh, dadgummit.
Can't see,
man. These herbs you got rolled up here ain't no kind of tobacco I ever smoked.
Yeah, man, it's not tobacco.
Yeah. Say.
Yeah.
Now I'm starting to see what you're talking about that steel serpent, that train.
Right.
Yeah.
Man, yeah.
So, anyway, to conclude, The Fugitive is... Well, how can I describe it?
It's a mind trip, man.
Yeah.
It's a mind.
That's what it is. It's a mind trip.
Right.
So anyway, for me and Mr. Rushhead here, goodbye and so long until our next installment of Film Focus.
Peace, man.
Dadgum, I want to go club hopping.
This has been another installment of M&J Presents. Kind of an offbeat installment, I might say. The names and characters portrayed in this production are fictitious. Any similarities with actual people, living or dead, is purely coincidental. The film blow-up segment was not our idea, but it is a continuation of an idea created by SCTV. We do not claim ownership of the idea. In addition, M&J do not advocate the use of any illegal drugs in any form. Thank you for listening to our dive into the M&J Audio Theater archives in this installment of M&J Presents. A production by M&J Audio Theater.
For correspondence, sent to M&J Audio Theater, 923 East Main, Mexia, Texas. Mexia is spelled M-E-X-I-A. The zip code 76667.